In this video, we'll talk about the science behind overeating. To be able to eat is one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts, along with smell and sight, which are often all used together or combined to enrich the experience or the joy of eating. Everyone loves to eat. It not only provides your body with nourishment, but can also give you real and pure pleasure. Although eating is central to human beings' overall enjoyment of life, if not kept under control and at reasonable levels, it can get out of hand and become the source of many health problems and eventually a person's undoing. Eating is fundamental, but also can be refined so that the way you eat becomes an extension of your lifestyle and enjoyment of life. It can be a single and solitary affair, or it can be done with a partner or even a group. It's a matter of learning and experimenting to find the finer eating pleasures of life. Or if you want, you could just fumble along and eat like a grazing cow, jumping from one bite to the next, constantly chewing, not knowing when to stop. Some people like to take their time and enjoy every mouthful, while others eat rapidly and devour everything in front of them, never pausing until every scrap is gone. This type of eating usually results in overeating and then binge eating. If you're the type of slow eater who savors every bite, then you will be in tune with your body and the different messages it sends to your brain. This mindful practice will allow you to truly savor the taste and know how your body feels after every bite. So you'll be able to stop eating when your body has had enough. The body produces a hormone called leptin. This hormone tells your brain what your energy levels are at and indicates the necessity to eat more or take on extra fuel, or that you've had enough for the moment. Other hormones, such as oxytocin and peptide tyrosine, are satiety hormones. They're released from your stomach and intestines, taking messages to the trigger receptors that announce to your brain that you are now full and should stop eating. Basically, these suppress your appetite and you no longer feel hungry. These messages are chemical and take the time to reach your brain, so if you eat too fast, these messages can arrive too late, or you could miss them, causing you to overeat without knowing. Sometimes, for some people, they do not get these messages and so just eat until they can no longer physically eat anymore. For people who habitually overeat or binge eat, these messages may never come because the delicate balance is totally disrupted. It's possible to totally transform the whole way your body reacts to food and the feelings of fullness by overeating or consuming foods that are full of chemicals and low in nutrients, which will confuse the signals. This can have serious consequences that can affect your total well-being, change your body pleasure receptors, your body clock, and lead you to a food addiction. So when a person overeats, especially to excess, they start to feel tired, have no energy, and become exhausted. This is just the opposite of what you had expected when having a good meal. This happens because your brain eventually receives a signal from your small intestine that you are overfull. This message tells your brain you urgently need to rest, allowing you to digest the huge amount of food you've eaten, then recover. Your brain puts your body in a lethargic state, giving you the feeling that you need to lie down and rest. Your blood will be full of excess sugar, so your insulin levels will rise to remove this, causing the body to feel even more tired. It takes a while for your insulin to remove the excess sugar, so it keeps producing insulin for a while after the sugar levels normalize, as it takes time for the hormone to reach the brain and turn off insulin production. This results in losing too much sugar, which causes low blood sugar levels, which in turn makes you feel tired and drowsy until your body recalibrates. At this moment, you'll start to feel hungry and at risk of repeating the cycle. By keeping a cycle of overeating, needing to rest and recover, then overeating again, you're not only putting a huge strain on your body, but you are increasing your fat reserves. Toxins are usually concentrated in fat reserves, so you're adding more toxins to your body fat as well. The natural cycle of eating and storing a small amount of fat, then using it for energy as needed before the next meal, is thrown out of balance with the earlier fat deposits remaining and never having been used up, resulting in a possible toxic overload. Many of the destructive effects of overeating are not really apparent to someone who habitually overeats. The obvious sign of being overweight is something that creeps up on you. If you don't carefully watch what you eat, you can notice an almost immediate change. Some other indications that while your body is breaking down the excess food in your intestines and stomach, it will produce a lot of gas that needs to be released from within. Sometimes this is in the form of burping, and at other times flatulence. Neither one is a particularly pleasant experience for others around you. A good natural home remedy to overcome this problem is to chew on some ginger root. Acid reflux or heartburn is another common indicator of overeating. This is where some of the digestive juices from your stomach start moving toward your esophagus. A good home remedy for this complaint is to take some baking soda or cider vinegar.